What's up, everyone? It's DJRickWeb. Welcome back to the channel. And you guys saw the thumbnail. It is here, the highly anticipated brand new light, the Both Lighting USA Spider Wash. And let's get into all the goodies on this video, going over the overview, my review, because this is the prototype. We've been working on this light for over 2 years now since we started on this development. We've had it, we've tested it. You guys are gonna be seeing a gig log coming out very shortly that we just did a pretty substantial wedding with 2 of these bad boys. And let me just tell you, this thing is absolutely going to change the lighting world. Let's get into it. Yes, right here is the Spider Wash, and I might have exaggerated. It might not change the world, but that's what we're trying to do here. But let me go over the specs and features, because this light right here has been in the development for me personally. We've been developing this for over 2 years now. One of the things I'm proud of here at Both Lighting USA is we've moved out of just basically selling lights, and we are actually developing and creating our own specific lights to sell to you guys that have all the features you actually want in a light. And we are basically the exclusive provider of this light. You're not gonna see this light being sold anywhere else. This is Both Lighting USA only, the Spider Wash. Let's go through it a little bit. First off, you got 24 diodes on this thing. These are 24 12-watt RGB WAV diodes. Red, green, blue, amber, white, UV, hex, everything you want. 6 panels on here. It's in black and it comes in white. We do have a white model as well. I don't have it with me because this is one of 2 prototypes right now. There are the final 2 prototypes, basically. I have them both right here to show you guys. One other thing I'm super proud of, this is a completely seamless, all metal, solid metal design, and it is not some flimsy, cheap metal. We went with the highest grade metal, so that way this thing can handle the road abuse that I think. But it's seamless. It's a 2-piece seamless design. There are no individual screwed together panels on this thing. It is one seamless piece, and then you have a back plate and a bracket. And this bracket is made sturdy. You're not gonna bend this thing at all. And we put rubber washers in between with these nice handles. So when you set this thing on an angle and you tighten it down, unlike maybe some other ones on the market, you got nice wing bolts to connect it. And it ain't gonna bend out of that position at all. It's not gonna bend on you. You hold it up like this, it ain't gonna bend on you. It ain't gonna bend forward. It's gonna stay exactly where you want it when you lock it down. Love that design, love that feature. Did I mention it's battery powered? It's battery powered. You literally can turn it on with just a switch. It's battery powered. And the battery life on this thing is on average gonna give you 8 to 9 hours at full brightness. That's 8 to 9 hours at full brightness. And there's a built-in mode in here I'm gonna show you later. It's called brightness level. You can actually set the overall brightness on this level 1 through 4. So 100, 75, and let me tell you, 100%, this isn't 100%, this is actually 25%. It's freaking bright. This is 100%. It's blinding. And that's just with one diode on. But battery life on this thing. At worst case scenario, when we were running multiple of our tests, if you put every diode on, which you would never do in an event, we're talking red, green, blue, amber, white, UV. You just shoot them all up to 100% brightness. You're gonna get 5 hours of battery out of this light. So that translates to, if you wanted to use just one color, like white at 100%, you can expect to get 10 to 12 hours of battery out of this. Sometimes maybe even 15. And then average DJ use when you're mixing colors and doing all that, easily can expect 8 to 9 hours of full battery life on this light. I've only used it at a couple of events now, and we easily were making it through the whole entire night because I'm not running it at 100% brightness. I haven't even done the test yet, but I would estimate if you're running this at 50% brightness, you can easily guarantee yourself 15 to 20 hours of battery all day long. Incredible. We over-delivered on the battery life. And built-in wireless DMX. Wireless DMX with 2 antennas to help with your reception with this light. We built in 2 antennas into this, so that way it gets maximum signal capacity on wireless DMX and master-slave capabilities. We got a nice big eye bolt right here to hold it up if you need to run safety cables on your trussing. You have DMX in and out, nice big power button to turn it on and off. You can plug in PowerCon directly to this. Any PowerCon cable, plug it into 120, charge it up. Charge time on this, if you are at absolutely 0% on this light, it's going to take you roughly about 8 to 8.5 hours to fully charge this light from 0 to 100. So, you know, if you have it at 50%, 4 hours of charge, you're ready to go. So it does take a little bit of time to charge it, but like I said, battery life is insane on it. Weight on this light is surprisingly not that heavy. We're looking at 9 pounds on this light. It is definitely not the lightest thing in the world, but it's all metal construction. You got a battery in there. Came in at 9 pounds on the weight side. And I'll talk about it later, but we also have a bag, perfectly designed to hold 2 of these. So we're selling them in 2s and 1s and even in a 4 kit. The bags are just in 2s though. So this is a little bit of the back of it. We also have a nice simple to use screen, no touch screen, no fanciness, keeping it simple. This is the exact same display if you're familiar with our IR4 or our Chroma cannons. Exact same control screen on here to easily be able to control the light, and we're gonna go through that here next. Last little spec to mention, you'll see it in the demo. These lenses are all 20 degrees, so they give you a nice wide 20-degree coverage pattern. Again, you got 24 of them, 12-watt diodes, 9 hours of pretty much guaranteed battery, and it's stout. Let's go through the modes on the actual light itself. Also forgot to mention right there is your microphone for sound active mode. We're going to quickly go through the menu screen right here. It's pretty simple. You got a menu, up, down, and enter. If we just jump through all the menu items starting at the beginning, let's go here. DMX. Of course, you have your DMX 512 up here in the upper right. That is your wireless DMX indicator for what channel you're on for your ID. You have your battery level indicator. I'm down 1 bar, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of indication for your battery life to tell if you're at 25, 50, 75, or 100. If we click into here, we could also set our channel mode. We have 10, 6, 3, and 40. So you can put it on a simple 3 channel, 6, or 40. 40, of course, is where you're controlling each of those individual faces. Going down from there, we have colors. So you can go through all of the pre-programmed colors. If you just need to set a quick color, you can do it. I believe there are 63 different pre-programmed colors for you to go through. Of course, you got the red, the green, the blue, all the simple colors at the beginning. You can set a strobe speed if you want. Yeah, pretty straightforward there. Jump modes, so these are just different jump color modes. There are a bunch of different modes. Of course, with all those different faces on the front, you have the ability to do a lot of different customizations. So there's 22 different jump modes. Again, you can set the speed and the sub as well. We have the shutter speed. You have fade modes here. We have 2 different fade modes, 1 and 2. Show you guys a little bit what that looks like on the side profile here. So this is just going through all the different fades, individual colors. And then 1 is more of your classic fade where it's going through all the different colors, mixing them together. Now we're getting to BR, and we have BR 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a really cool feature we added into the Spider Wash because it is battery powered and it is incredibly bright. You do not need this much brightness. So this is overall a control that you can easily use to adjust the brightness and therefore adjust your battery life on the light. So you can actually set your brightness level that kind of sets the master dimmer, whether you're on DMX or not, for the light on 1, 2, 3, or 4, allowing you to basically easily extend your battery life if need be. Pretty cool. Continuing from there, we have UN 1 and 2. This is for master slave mode. UN 1, it'll directly copy your mode. So if this one, it'll basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It directly copies. UN2 does a mirror effect. So if you have 2 of these together, it'll actually mirror. So the one on the left will start here and the one on the right will start here and they will alternate. So imagine you have 2 of them right now. They go dink, 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 dink. So you get the idea. It's a mirror effect, makes it look a little bit cleaner if you're just doing master slave mode with 2 of these at your events. Then we have our DMX ID. This is where you can adjust the different DMX color code right here for your wireless channel. This is for wireless DMX. So you have 1 through 7. They correspond to the red, the green, the yellow, the blue, all those wireless DMX channels that you guys are familiar with on all of the Chinese style wireless DMX lighting controls. Lastly, we could turn the IR on and off. And in the master slave situation, you could turn it on and off to be the master light control. So if you have two of these, one needs to be off, one needs to be on as the master. And that's a little bit of a look inside the controls, but now I want to show you guys some of the built-in programming that actually comes with this light. So that way you can see the functionality, and I'm going to get the IR remote control, so that way we can actually demo this and show you all the features and all the different modes that it has right out the box if you guys don't want to get the DMX. I'll also talk a little bit about our pre-programmed DMX, which is with sound switch and wolf mix, that we already pre-programmed this light ready to go out the box if you guys are already using our sound switch program, or if you want to know a little bit more about that, I'll also cover that as well. So let's mount this light up and let's show what it does. All right, before I show you guys all the modes and features, I wanted to show you guys the brightness of this light. So I turned off all the lights in the warehouse, minus all 50 something of our S4s back here. We're doing trial testing to see how long the battery lasts on them. Some of these are like 6 years old, so we gotta verify that all the batteries still work. Pro tip, test your lights every year, make sure they're all working nicely. So, other than that purple haze coming from those lights, I wanted to show you guys brightness modes 1 through 4, just using the white on this light. So, I believe I have it on brightness number 4. We're gonna turn it on, and it's daylight now. It is daylight, and you guys can see a pretty nice, good spread from here all the way to here. It's a pretty nice, wide, equal spread. All right, so now let me adjust this down, and now this is brightness level 1. Again, so I'll turn it off real quick so you can see it. Brightness level 1, again, about 25% the brightness as to brightness level 4. And that basically just gives you the range. So I'm gonna turn it back to brightness number 4 again for the rest of the video. And I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, brightness level 4 is too bright. It's like I am looking at this light and it's too bright. Compared to the other light on the market like this, brightness level 4 is just too bright. I've done A to B. I'm not gonna do this in this video because I have some reasoning. I encourage all you guys, get yourself one of these, do an A to B against the other competitors on the market. This thing is way brighter, and it's battery powered. Little to say, I would run this on brightness level number 2 or 3, like for my events. It's just too bright. So, like I mentioned, this does have IR remote control, and if you guys are not already doing DMX, that's gonna be your best option to control this light right here. There is an IR receiver on the front and the back. It's not radio frequency. You do have to point the remote directly at it to change the functionality. So like I told you guys, it does have an IR remote control to be able to actually control the functionality on the light, and it does have a sensor on the back and the front. The front one is actually right up here in the middle, right underneath the bracket, and the back one is kind of right here, right beside the menu functionality over here. So all you gotta do is take your remote. Of course, you have off and on controls, so we can actually point it right at that IR remote and turn the light off and on. Again, if I'm on the back here too, I can turn it off, turn it on, if I have the remote in front or in back. You actually can quickly adjust that brightness level on using the IR remote. So the upper 2 buttons, actually you can adjust the brightness. So I can actually show you in real time. This is brightness level 4, 3, 2, and 1. The lowest brightness on the thing. You can actually see it a little bit closer this way. That is brightness level number 1, brightness level number 2, 3, and 4. As you guys can see, it's really freaking bright. Like literally brightness level 2 is probably my favorite. Brightness level 1, not so much. 3 or 2 is where I would be. 4 is just, it's a lot. And of course the camera is also adjusting its aperture as I'm doing this. So keep that in mind when we're looking at brightness. You can see how it adjusts quickly. Then of course down below that we can actually just go to all of our quick little preset colors. So you can go to red, you can go to green, you can go to blue, you can go to white, amber, and UV very quickly just using the remote itself. And then there's 4 additional colors that are already pre-programmed. There's this teal, or this peach color I would say right here that's already pre-programmed. There's a teal that's already pre-programmed, a kind of like a yellowish green, and then a really nice deep blush pink. It doesn't really come through great on camera, but that's what those colors are. There actually is a button also that you can just quickly go to color, and then you can actually cycle up and down. There's a button to cycle up and down through all 40, what was it, 56, 60, 4 of those preset colors. You can cycle through them directly on the menu here to go through all of them quickly and easily. You also can adjust the speed right here on the thing. You have to be on a speed mode. Our sound modes, there are quick 4 sound modes at the bottom. You can go to sound mode 1 quickly and easily. I'm going to tap the light to give you guys some action. This is sound mode number 1. It's basically just cycling through all of those colors. So it's got a lot of different colors and it's just doing full. So I can also show you guys on the front here. Maybe I'll lower the brightness real quick. There we go, brightness 1 so you guys can see the modes. This is just going through all of the different colors that it has in the light. And the sound mode is really good. I've tested it with music before, and it actually does very well with adjusting to the actual music. And you can adjust the sensitivity as well. So it does have a sensitivity level on the back, either 1 through 9, that you can easily adjust the sensitivity of the sound mode itself. So again, this mode 1 just cycles through colors. Let's go to sound mode number 2. This one does like a music bar. So every time there's a hit on the music, it switches colors and then kind of tic-tac-toes down. So it does that effect. So if there's a nice rhythm to it, you know, something like that. But if it's quick, it's just going to be flashing for the most part. So decent mode. Mode number 3. This one is kind of like a pulse mode, so every time there's a hit, the light pulses on. Probably one of my favorite ones out of the group. I like number 1 and number 3 the best, but that's all it does. It just cycles through different colors and pulses on when there's a beat of the music. So that would look like this if we played music. Just like that. And then the last mode here, mode 4, not my personal favorite. It's basically like that pulse, but it's strobing every time you hit it. Again, a little too obnoxious for my taste. So after that, there's 4 buttons that actually do something left on the remote. The strobe button does nothing. It actually is not programmed to do anything. We have an auto button. This just goes to an auto jump mode. There's not anything you can adjust on the light. You can't necessarily adjust the speed from the remote. You can actually do it on the back, but it just goes to jump mode 1. So it just does a bunch of pulses. So you can pre-program this to be a slower speed, and then when you hit the auto mode, it goes to that mode. The other ones we have are fade and pulse. So pulse does a pulse, fade does a fade. We can adjust the speed though from here to slow the speed down. I gotta look at the back. So now I'm on the slowest speed for the fade mode, and then again I can switch to pulse, and it will now pulse. And again, I can adjust the speed down or up to slow down that pulse easily from the remote control. The last button is slave. So if you need to quickly set a light to slave, you can do that as well. But that right there is kind of the quick modes with the IR remote control. I think for the most part, using it in master slave when it comes to this light in particular, it's not the best. It's definitely not the best out there in terms of being able to do that, but it does have some good functionality. A lot of people that use these wash effects lights use them in just normal environments where we're just setting a color and forgetting it. It's very much a complementary light to your uplighting array. If you're doing uplighting around the room, you shine some of these up at the ceiling. So to be able to quickly go around and set a green color or a blue color or a red color for the event, or this awesome blush pink, which is incredibly bright by the way, that is really easy to do, and you can easily turn them on and off. So that way you don't have to, like, if you raise this up in the air or have it up on truss, you can easily just hit the remote control and turn it on from a distance. The sound functionality, those modes are good. I think you get more out of DMXing these lights than anything else. But it is, again, just a simple wash style fixture. So remote control functionality, pretty solid. Again, you're gonna get most out of your lights if you go to DMX. So that's a little bit of a demo of the light itself in this environment. So like I mentioned, to get the most out of this light right here, you're gonna wanna be running it on DMX. And a little promo for us, Both Lighting USA, my boy Marcel's behind the scenes. Comment down below if you guys are already on the pre-programmed sound switch file. We started this back 2-3 years ago now, but we developed and partnered with SoundSwitch. We're also a SoundSwitch dealer and user. We're soon going to be able to sell you guys the actual SoundSwitch hardware and licensing right from our website as well. Big coming soon, basically. But we have worked with that team over at SoundSwitch for many years now, and they are awesome. We pre-programmed every single light that we own, even cold sparks, to our sound switch pre-program. So this allows you to jump into DMX control without ever having to lift a finger in programming. And even if you don't have both lighting lights, you actually get a 1-hour setup call where we will basically set you up with those lights. So if you have different movers, different up lights than both lighting, we'll actually help you integrate them directly into you with the purchase price of the pre-program file. These are, of course, already pre-programmed, ready to go, and we stay on top of all the updates. It just makes lighting easy, guys. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll also link it down below, but that is the pre-programmed sound switch file from Both Lighting USA on our website. I also have multiple videos going over that as well. Back to this light, though. It's freaking killer, guys. This light is amazing. I mean, we talked about it earlier. We're talking anywhere from about 8 to 9 hours of solid battery life. Worst case scenario, if you're running this thing at full bore with every diode on, we're talking red, green, blue, amber, white, all of them on at the same damn time, the worst you're gonna get is 5 hours of battery. Best case scenario, you're actually gonna get closer to 12 to 15 hours of battery. If you're just running it like this on just white, so this is pure white by itself, you're gonna get 12 hours of battery on brightness level number 4. You set this to brightness level number 1, we haven't even tested that before, but you're probably looking at 20 hours of battery on brightness level number 1. So, battery life is killer, built-in wireless DMX. You need no cables in this thing whatsoever unless you wanted to actually do hardwired DMX. Last but not least, you've heard my review, you've heard me talk about it. Of course, I developed this light, I'm in love with it. I'm excited to get these in the hands of a lot of other influencers out there to get their opinions and reviews. And I encourage you guys to also leave your opinions and reviews on this light in the comments down below. But the last thing everybody wants to know, what's the price point on these lights? Now, hopefully these prices are still accurate in the future. You know, there's inflations, there's potential tariffs. At the point of releasing this video right now and dropping the brand new light, what you're looking at is $375 for one of these lights. But we didn't stop there because we know everybody's gonna buy these in twos. So we have a bag already built out. You get the bag and 2 lights for $725. And if you guys are big ballers and you want to buy 4 of these, you can get 4 of them. That's 2 in 2 bags. You can get it for $2 grand flat. So I think we nailed this out of the park. The pricing is pretty spot on, especially with the fact that this has wireless DMX and battery powered completely built into it. It comes in white, it comes in black, and as of right now, it's Atlantic City. We dropped this thing at DJX 2025. If you're watching in the future, DJX 2025 is going on right now, and we are running a discount sale right now on the website. So you can get it for even cheaper right now. We're pre-selling them right now because we are currently, production is speeding up, ramping up. September 1st is when we will be starting to ship all of these brand new lights. It might be a little bit sooner, might be a little bit later, but September 1st is our current plan of 2025. This light will be live and shipping everywhere. And right now you can pre-order it at discount with the DJX promo. Go to the website, bothlghtingusa.com. It'll be all over the website. Everything is on sale right now as a little promo for DJX happening in Atlantic City right now for 2025. We have an amazing booth planned. I got all kinds of stuff behind me that we're setting up at DJX. That video will also be coming out in the near future. So like I said, guys, this right here, the brand new light from Both Lighting USA, the Spider Wash, it's here, 24 diodes, battery powered. I'm excited to get this in the hands of you guys. It's been a work in progress. I'm excited. I'm just so excited for this light. It's been the project behind the scenes for me, getting this light developed, and I'm excited. It's finally here for you guys. Check it out. Down below, like this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know what else you guys want to see. What other lights should we develop? We got a lot of stuff behind the scenes we're working on. We're trying to get you guys better tools to make lighting easy for everybody out there in the DJ mobile entertainment game. Peace out. Keep them records spinning. I'll see you guys in the next video.